What's up, guys? Welcome back to another HERR Lounge podcast. We are back on the Zoom. And we have Marissa in the house, so she joined us today, y'all. What's up, Marissa?
Do y'all see all my notifications coming in? Because I could have sworn I put do not disturb.
No, we can't see it.
No,
okay,
we can't.
All right, good.
And we got Rob GTV in the building.
Buenos dias, everybody. Good afternoon, or whenever you're listening to this.
Hope everyone had a great weekend. I did birthday parties this weekend, so do not invite me to another birthday party again, please. It was Friday,
but did you see the newsletter that I sent you or the photo?
Yeah.
$175, and then you get the kitchen, you get the parking. It's a good deal.
So, I'm about to tell you something about that. Before we get started, guys, I like to start with a positive quote, and here's the one for you today. Be firm about your choices right now. Don't go backwards to habits and situations that weren't helping you evolve. You have to keep reminding yourself why you even decided to move forward. Stay positive about what's to come by being consistent with your change now.
Amen.
Amen.
Are those not good or what? I mean, I'm just saying.
Consistency is the key. Non-consistency is a killer.
Yeah, okay? For sure. 100%.
Marissa, take your own advice, bitch.
Yeah, for once in your life, take your advice, huh, Marissa?
So anyway, y'all, before this podcast kicked off, I was telling them that I've not been listening to music while working out lately, but I've been on this 48-hour binge, right, of killings, and they're actually old episodes, to be honest with you. They're old stuff that happened. Well, I may or may not have been crying a tad bit while I was working out today.
It's okay. It felt good though. You needed that, right? You needed that little tear to come out.
I feel like we've been telling her that for a long time.
It was a 4-year-old that got killed.
Yikes.
Stop right there.
Exactly. Okay.
Right there.
First of all, how overprotective are you of your kids?
Boo. It's insane. I feel like I'm always preparing them for the world to blow up. And then they're not living life. Even Isaiah told me the other day, he's like, Mom, you can't be scared of everything. I was like, I'm not scared. I just don't want you to take your eyes off the road because people are crazy and you'll get sliced.
Or like Penny, I'm always like, why did you do that? Why do you always think I have to be anything little thing that I feel is weird? It's not her regular. I'll ask her where she saw that or why she saw that. Like as simple as she used the word idiot the other day. Ooh. Right. And while I get it, it's not a bad word for a lot of people. I totally respect if you're a parent and allows your kid to do that. That's perfectly fine. But I don't want my child using that word at 4 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
So when she gets a little bit older and she wants to use it, that is perfectly fine, but not at 4. So she said it. And I was just like, do you know what that means? At first, my first reaction was I got mad. Okay. Then as I was doing her hair, I apologized to her for overreacting because the last thing I want to do is for her to be afraid to tell me anything. And I start to create this, I can't say this because my mom is going to freak out. So I just said, I shouldn't have yelled at you for using that word. I want to explain to you why this is not a good word. So I explained to her why it's not a good word. And then I asked her where she heard it. And so she does watch a little bit older kids playing video games. And the little girl's got to be about 12. So she's not very old, but she does watch this little girl play video games. Mm-hmm. And she said that girl said, oh, something on there was an idiot, right? So I just kind of explained to her the age difference and why it's okay if she uses it because she's older. And I just told her that it was not okay that I yelled at her about it, that I should have told her, something different, whatever. And so she understood. And then she says, then she turned around and said, do you forgive me for using the word? You know what I'm saying?
Aww.
So then I felt bad, right? Because I was like, okay, I didn't feel bad. I should say I'm glad. I felt like she understood what I was trying to explain to her. You know what I'm saying? So all that to say this, I know I'm super protective over my kid. Now, Rob, you live in a smaller town, and I don't know how for or against you would be for doing this, but this is where the story is. So they're in a small town where everybody knows each other. there is a park at the end of the street. It's a dead end street. There's a park at the end of the street where they have like this kid activity. And so all the kids in the neighborhood go there. Okay. So the mom has another kid, right? So I think the baby's probably like 1. This kid is 4, right? The baby's having a tantrum, having a whole thing. And it's time for him now to go to his little event with this little lunchbox and stuff. And the little boy said, "Don't worry, Mom. I'll walk over there by myself." Okay, first of all, First of
all, let me ask you a question. What was the color?
I knew it. I knew you
what
were
was
going
the
to
color?
say, don't ask me that. Don't ask me that.
I'm just saying. There's patterns. What was the color?
First of all, I would not have allowed my 4-year-old child to walk. I live in a little bitty gated community, and I still sit outside and watch my kid ride their bike up and down the same street over and over. And there's, everybody knows each other here. So there's not like, where else can she go? But that doesn't mean that gate can't break and somebody can come in and I'm inside my house, have no idea that the gate broke. And now what? Right. So anyway, so now this little kid, now it starts to rain. The mom assumes the kid made it to this little camp that's happening at the park down the street where all the other kids also go. This is the first time, the mom has allowed the child to go by himself. Okay. It starts to rain. He doesn't come back. So now she's texting people that she knows goes to this event, goes to this little camp. And she's asking, "Hey, did my son make it to the event, to the camp?" She goes, "Actually, no, we never saw your son." She's like, "What the hell?" And she said it was a mother's instinct that whenever it started to storm, she immediately got this feeling of something's wrong with my son, like a mother intuition where she was like, whoa, almost like she said it almost felt like he was calling out for help. Like,
oh my God.
I know. Like almost he was calling out for help saying, "Mom, like, something's happening, So at that point, now I'm already like teary-eyed and I'm sitting there really hard, trying to do biceps and trying to be a hard ass, you know what I'm saying? I'm
trying
really
to hold it
make it work.
Your lips quivering.
I'm all like, oh my God. I'm like looking around. I'm like, drink your water, just swallow that big old knot in your throat now. And I'm like, do I continue to watch this? So I like stopped it. I'm like, I can't possibly be watching this while I'm working out. It just does not go together, but I couldn't stop watching. Just a long story short. So if anybody's curious, the killer's name is Eric Smith.
Was he a little boy that had red hair?
Yes. Oh my God. How do you remember that?
He shoved the stick up the little 4-year-old's ass?
Yes. That's the story. Wow. How do you remember that story?
He was just released from prison, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. And that's why it popped up on my YouTube channel because I'll be watching these things. You know what I'm saying? So, all these years that he had been up for parole, it'd been denied and denied and denied and denied. And now I guess he served the maximum sentence because he went in when he was 13. So he technically.
But he looked 8. He looked 8.
Yes.
Yeah, he looked itty bitty.
Technically, I guess he has served his years. And I hate to say it that way, but as far as like the criminal part of it, I guess he's done his time.
Yeah.
Right. And so he's out now. Right. So now the crazy thing, though, is when they were interviewing him and they were asking him, if you would have not been caught, would you have done this again? And he said yes.
Yeah. At that time, though. Right?
At 13, yes.
At 13, yeah. Because if I'm not mistaken, he endured a lot of abuse as a little boy, too.
Okay.
But I've seen interviews with him, and he talks about wanting to release his rage.
Yeah, and his was more like bullying, but what he has never admitted, or I haven't seen any interviews of that, right? But what I guess I haven't seen is the older sister of this little boy confessed that she had been molested by her stepfather.
Okay.
So she then said, I would love to know if my brother was also molested by him, but he
Well,
won't.
if he's ramming a stick in a little boy's ass, she wants to know, stop playing dumb, bitch. You know what the fuck happened.
So how do you know that? You know what I'm saying? I guess it's possible at 13, right? For you to have seen something with your friends. What do y'all think?
At 13, yeah, it's not impossible, but I mean, I just don't feel that would be...
to inflict that kind of rage onto somebody who's smaller than you and can't defend themselves, like...
It just made me so sad that he poured his Kool-Aid on his fucking, like, on his wounds. Like, you fucking sicko.
Yeah,
like,
he caught
I just don't know about that. I haven't finished watching it. Like, I'm at the part where they've released him.
Yeah.
So that's where I left off at. So as a parent, like one of the things that the parents said was like, they relive this every time he's up for parole. They're reliving this tragedy all over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that happened in
the 90s.
In the 90s. Yeah.
Early 90s.
Because if I'm not mistaken, let me see. 1993.
Okay.
So, let's see. Yeah, 1993 is what the description says. So, this is 1993, right? You're in a small town. You don't have it there. They thought it was somebody who was visiting. And so, the funny thing was somebody just like a town over that did it. There was this little boy just who would ride his bike on the daily, saw this little boy riding his bike to his activity and just decided to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
And he said it felt so good when he was doing it.
Yeah.
Like he said all he could picture was the other boys who had bullied him this whole time. And it felt so good to be doing it to someone else.
Dude, that's fucking sick shit. That is some sick ass shit.
Okay, so that is mental health to the umpteenth power. Mm-hmm. Like mental health issues to the umpteenth power. Just saying.
Well, and it's like
Rob
that
is really
argument.
quiet. Rob, I feel like.
Well, because you started it by saying, like, I don't know if you guys would do this, and then you went into, like, leading about the story. So were you going to ask, like, let our kids go to this activity by themselves?
Yeah, especially you, because you're in a smaller town. You're in a smaller town to where it's a smaller community. It's more of a, you start to get to know people because you're in a smaller town. So that's why I asked.
Yeah.
I live in the city. Marissa lives in the city. We know better. We ain't doing that shit. Like,
I still would. I mean, I still wouldn't. I wouldn't even do it in our neighborhood. I wouldn't even do, like, my brother, like I said, lives, a quarter of the mile down the street. They're not going to walk the sidewalk a quarter of a mile down the street, and they're 8. And even if it was 2 of them, they could probably choke out most people if they got their necks. Like, they could probably pull it off with, 2-on-1 or something, but I still wouldn't let it. I don't let them go to the restroom by themselves.
Yeah, because these people don't play fair. They've already got some kind of chemical on a rag and just put it on their nose and they're out. Like there is no, and they could take a grown ass fucking man if they wanted to. They don't play fair.
Yeah. No, there's no way.
That. You're not walking a block. I don't give a shit. I don't know these people.
Me too. But I guess in 1993, Marissa, I think, Rob, you were like in elementary.
I was like 3.
Oh, 3. There you go. So Marissa, we were like whole teenagers. We were 13. Let's see, 81. Yeah,
like
but
12. I already had trust issues at like 4. I doubted every motherfucking body, bitch. I was like, ooh, they look like they want to take advantage. Get away. So, I mean.
But what I'm getting at is like, we grew up in a time where that would have been possibly possible for us to go to our friend's house down the street on our bikes. Yeah. Because it was kind of like that vibe, like when we were growing up. Versus now, I think it's even 10 times worse. Like, there is absolutely no way. Like, Penny asked me to go play at her little friend's house that she has here. Mm-hmm. And I said, I've never been inside their house. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. You know, she's a teacher. She's really nice. I enjoy their company when we chit chat outside of our house, but I've never been inside their house. I don't know what goes on. So I said, you can't play inside her house, but she's more than welcome to come to our house as if her. And then I said,
it's what it is.
Or,
Yeah.
I said, y'all can play in the garage where all your damn toys are anyway. You know what I'm saying? So go play in there or play on the street. You know, I'll sit outside and watch you. And I just pretty much sit on my driveway and watch them play up and down. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know how to explain to her why she's not allowed to go inside other people's house. And so I didn't want to like make that a big deal. And y'all, it's so funny. So we were painting the living room the other day. And so Sonny kept messing with all the like paint and stuff. So Lisa's like, you know what? Why don't I just take them with me to my daughter's house, who lives down the street from me? She's like, so they can play with her kids while y'all finish up. It's not going to take y'all that long. We were almost done. So I said, all right, that's cool. It's so funny, y'all. Check out what Penny did. So she said that Penny went to the restroom and that she was like, I didn't know what was taking her so long. So she goes, I go to look. She said this girl was doing the whole setup on the bathroom. Like she was like putting the toilet paper on the toilet.
You taught her well, girl.
She's putting it all on there and she's like making sure it's all covered up. And she's like, what are you doing? They live in an older home. So they're in a house where they can't flush stuff, right? I mean, you shouldn't flush things anyway, right? Yeah. But, you know, and so she goes, what are you doing? She goes, oh, you know, unless it's at my house, I'm not supposed to sit on anybody's toilet. And so she's like, yeah, but we're clean. We're not dirty. She's like, oh, y'all, that she was like, oh, y'all are. So she's like, she goes, so when did Gato clean this? She was asking when her daughter cleaned the toilet because she needed to know before she could sit her butt on it. I said, well, damn, am I creating an OCD child now? You know what I'm saying? But anytime we go to a public bathroom, you know, we do a whole, you know, we got to clean it off. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a little pump. It's to clean the toilet. And it's almost like the stuff that Bucky's has when you go in. So it's the same thing, except it's like, you can pump it. It's on a wipe. You pump it on a wipe, and then you clean, and then you can sit down without having to like put all this paper on the toilet. Rob, y'all don't have that problem, so that's probably why you're clueless as to what I'm talking about. But we have to sit on the damn toilet unless, you know, my kid is too small to squat, so you know she's not tall enough to hold herself up. So anyway, I thought that was funny. My point to all that was that, you know, I'm so like weird about her going to other people's houses and houses that is not mine. And especially if I'm not there, it's a big deal to me. I'm just like constantly watching what they're doing, who's around. It's just like, I can't imagine sending my 4-year-old daughter on a bike at the dead end of my street for I don't know, right?
You just can't, there's just like, you can't control everything, right? But the things that you can't be a dumbass. That's your precious, only fucking baby in the whole wide world. You got to take care of that. You don't let them walk at 4 years old by themselves. You just don't do it.
I mean, my child is 4 right now. And if Sunny were crying, then she's just going to have to be late to the camp.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand and realize is it's not only grown-ups that you have to be scared of. It's abused children. They're being abused in ways that you can't even imagine. They're just waiting to find somebody who looks weaker than them so they can put that onto somebody else. So you can't even trust kids. Isaiah tried to go next door the other day with the foster kids. Again, nothing wrong with them, but I know that they've been through some shit and I don't want him by himself with them. So they're playing basketball outside and next thing you know, I don't hear anything. I was like, where the fuck is Isaiah? And I had already told him, don't go next door if Kevin's not there. Okay. And before you leave, you need to let me know. Kevin is my neighbor, the one that owns the house, right? But he's gone. He's working a lot. This little fucking kid decides to just go, you know, regardless of that. It didn't matter that I just told him not to, right? He still fucking went. I saw one of those little boys. I said, where's Isaiah? He's like, I think he's next door. I go over there. He's sitting on the sofa watching TV with the young ones downstairs. I said, who the fuck told you to come over here? He said, there's an adult. I said, what adult? He says, Kevin's girlfriend's son is upstairs. He's 22. Bitch, even more of a reason for you to not be here. I don't fucking know him. You fucking bring your ass back to the house. Girl. But even then, I don't care that Isaiah's 13. There's a 22-year-old man in the house. I've never seen him before.
Yeah.
No, girl.
Yeah.
Dude.
It'd be kind of scary. What?
No, go ahead. I'm just taking it all in because, you know, Marissa's got a teenager and a slightly younger one, and then you've got like two really little ones, and I've got two that are right kind of in the middle of like about to be pains in the asses, like 11, 12, 13. They're going to be 9, right? So it's like right in the middle where like they're still super cute, but they're about to get attitudes to another level in about another year or two. And just the whole dynamic, man. I was hanging out with my nieces and nephews over the weekend, and they're like, one's just turned 12, so it's like this preteen, what the tween age? What do we call them, right? That whole tweens, right? Like, like the attitude of a tween age girl these days. Like, I'm not looking forward to mine getting to that age. You know, like it's unreal. And you've already been there, Marisol. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know all about this.
Well, actually, Mickey's not a little smartass. She doesn't talk back or. It's my 4-year-old. Sadly, it's my 4-year-old. I don't even know what to say about that, but it's my 4-year-old. And she'll roll her eyes sometimes, and I'll say, "Who?" And I'll go like this, "Who are you rolling your eyes at, girl?" And she just looks at me. I said, "I know it's not me, right?" She goes, "No, I saw a fly right there." I rolled my eyes to the fly. I said, "Oh, okay, I thought so."
I saw a fly.
Yeah. I said, "I thought so." And I'll just, walk, like I'll let her know, like you don't do that to me. But I mean, we're talking about my 4-year-old. I don't think my 14-year-old has done that to me ever. And maybe because I'm her stepmom, versus her real mom.
Probably.
Maybe she does it to her real mom and not me. Yeah. I don't know. She also doesn't talk back to her dad. So I don't know,
Isaiah doesn't talk back to his dad, but he talks back to me. And Aiden is already trying to do the same thing. And I told Isaiah the other day, I said, you know what? Get your dad's belt and I need you to come and put it on this wall. That way I can have it close to me. So when Aiden tries to talk back, he knows what's coming. And you too. Because I'm telling you, when Rome's not here, they get real brave.
They get real grown.
Yeah, real grown. When he's here, it's different. But when he's not here, they just think that they know. They know I'm going to give them more chances than Rome.
My children are not afraid of their dad. Their dad is the one who's like, "Oh, did mom do that to you? I'm sorry." He loves his girls. I mean, what can I say, right? I mean, I'm sure Marissa, that's how it's going to be with Marissa and Rome. I'm sure.
Girl, she's a girl.
She can't do no wrong, right?
It's too much.
So, he does get mad at them, but, then he's feeling bad afterwards. He's dad, he's dad with his girls, so I'm more of the, like I'm not playing. They know. Even Sunny, I'll just kind of look at her and she'll just like kind of like just smile. And I'm like, yeah, you better not, what I'm saying, kind of thing. But because Pete never gets mad, right, at them or doesn't really talk shit to them, right, or says anything to them, when he does, like last night, Pete was like, "And you already need to get in bed already, blah, blah, blah." And then he left the room, and I was trying to put Sunny to sleep. And Penny goes, "God, Mom, Dad really had an attitude." I said, "He did?" Because Dad doesn't do that, right?
He finally snapped on y'all.
Dad makes videos with her. Dad edits videos. You know what I'm saying? Dad's the cooler person, right? I'm the mom. So when he walked out, she's like, "God, Dad really had an attitude tonight." I was like, "Why do you say that?" He's like, "Well, like I was just trying to fix my stuff to go to bed." And he's like, "Why aren't you in your bed yet?" And he's like, he didn't need to scream like that. And it was so funny because, it's expected from me, but it's not expected from him, So it was like.
Do y'all try to like do y'all try like as moms, do you try to be like the cool mom who's like, yeah, this, that, and the other and kind of laid back, but also be like the disciplinarian at the same time? Or are you comfortable with one of the parents being more cool than the other one?
I don't even know what I'm trying to do.
I'm honestly, what I'm trying to do is have to verbally, the way my dad did it, he never had to lay a hand or raise his voice. It hurt your feelings so much whenever you got in trouble that you just felt bad doing it with him just talking to you. I want to be able to have that power like that. I really do.
Can we get back real quick to Marissa? She's like, I don't know what I'm trying to do. She literally put her hand on her head like, I don't know.
What am I? Who am I? What the fuck?
What am I trying to do as a parent today?
Oh my God. I don't know. I get on their ass, but then at the same time, I do give them chances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I give a lot of chances. I'll say things like, I've asked you once. If I have to ask again, it's not going to be good. Do we understand? Okay, but I don't want to have to like scream and always be yelling and, just that whole ordeal. It's like, it's tiring. I'm 41, about to be 42. Like, I just don't, yesterday, I'm reminded every time I go around my cousins about how I had my children so old, because I have a cousin who comes with her daughter and her boyfriend to these birthday parties. So that's how, she's older already. So my cousin's kids are older. I think her youngest one might be going into the 9th grade this upcoming year. I think she's going to be out of school. So she'll be going into the 9th grade. Her oldest, I think, will be graduating next year. I think so, because she just got a brand new car. So she might be in the 11th grade or something like that. But so I'm like 41, they're like chilling at the party, like just watching them dance on the dance floor. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there chasing,
a baby around,
chasing a baby around, seeing where she went, meanwhile, they're just coasting, so
I'm good. So jealous of them.
Yeah.
You planned this. I didn't plan this. Sorry, Marissa, I love you, but son of a bitch.
Well, you didn't, but Rome did, because when I met Rome, that was the first thing he told me. So I'm just going to say, he said, I'm trying. He goes, I was pregnant. I just found out I was pregnant. And Marissa met me at the,
Urban Goods. Oh, wait, no.
It was like the Chile Fest or the something fest.
Something hemp goods, smoke box, or wait.
Oh yeah, something like that. It was like a chile, like the candies, the gummies that had the chile on them. It was like a contest to see who had the best ones or whatever. And so I was a judge, and she went there with Rome. And I just told her, I was like, I said, damn, I said, I'm pregnant. I was like, and I don't know about all this chile being good. I hadn't told anybody yet that I was pregnant. I was like, I'm pregnant. I said, I don't really know if I can be eating this. I said, I need somebody to take my place, because I knew I felt like something was just going to I was going to barf it up, or I didn't know what was going to happen. And then we were walking to the car, and they were walking with us. And he's like, well, I'm trying to get her to get pregnant, but I don't know. And then next thing you know, like a couple of months later, she tells me like, well, that's why our kids are only a couple of months apart, because later on,
crazy.
She's like, hey, I'm pregnant. I said, are you kidding? Well, Rob, you were there.
I was there. Yeah, I was totally. Rome pulled a Dave Chappelle. He's like, gotcha, bitch. Got her.
Yeah, basically. It was so funny.
And I had just went on a, can y'all see me? Rome's calling. And
speak of the devil. We could see you.
Okay. I had just had a girls' weekend, and I don't think I ever had that since we had been married, right? So I just go on this girls' trip, and Rome's like, no, you know what? Pregnancy upon you, bitch. Pregnancy upon you. But what was I going to say? Oh, we had a graduation party for Isaiah, celebrating him getting into St. Pius and all that bullshit, right? He had all his friends come over. Well, his 2nd grade teacher came.
Aww.
And she came, and she was all excited, and she came with a little girl, and I was like, what happened, or what? She goes, girl, I got this surgery, and I still got fucking pregnant.
What?
Her kids are 18, bro, and she got pregnant. She wanted to die.
Just said it didn't. She said the doctor just said, I'm sorry, it didn't work. I was like, well, what the fuck do you mean it doesn't work?
Her kids are 18, and she just had a kid?
My friend did. Her kids were 18, and she ended up pregnant. And there's 1% chance you can get pregnant after you get your tubes tied. Okay.
Boo, I'm thinking that's a lie. It's got to be more.
That's way more than that. Yeah.
Supposedly it's 1%, and she's the 1% because immediately after her twins were like born, and she found out they both had autism. And so she was like, I don't want this to happen again. It was going to be, it's a lot of work. I mean, Marissa, you kind of can relate. And so she was like, and then she found out she was pregnant. Although I'm sure like Marissa, I think to her, it was like a little blessing. It'd been a long time since she had a baby. You can tell she's like, enjoying all over again, being a mom. But,
yeah, it's great.
Totally had.
Look at that dead behind the eyes look.
Oh my God, Marissa, you look really happy about it.
I'm happy. She's the blessing that bites.
Where is she right now? Speaking of, because it's really quiet.
She's at school. She's at school. Aiden's at school, and Isaiah's playing his Xbox.
Why isn't he at school?
They're already done.
It's over.
Oh,
they're done. They're all the way done. He's already starting his camps and everything. We took him to his first camp at St. Pius, and there's like 5 or 6 quarterbacks coming in from 8th grade who he's going to have to compete with.
Nice.
And they all look good.
Already at 9th grade.
Yes, girl.
So. And you got him in all kind of private coaches. And
yeah, but I bet they do too. You know what I mean? So he's going to have to step it up. Because
I'm so glad I'm around the corner. So, do the games happen there?
Yeah. Some of them will happen there, and then some of them away. So once we get the schedule and everything, then I'll let y'all know.
Thank you. Yeah, let me know because it's behind my house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk there as my exercise.
Girl, be careful.
Well, yeah, that's a really busy street. Maybe I should take it back. Maybe I should not.
Yeah, don't walk there. I don't think you should cross. I don't think you should cross. Them bitches are not paying attention.
They are not playing over there. Anyway, going back to the parenting thing because we got sidetracked, but I don't know that mom right now is doing okay because this guy got released.
Yeah.
So from what I understand from the video, the mom's kind of trying to fight for him to go back into jail because they feel that he will kill again.
And he probably will.
Do y'all think he will kill again is my question to y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I think when you do something like that and you say, oh, it felt great, you don't really just go back on that.
Okay, but wait a minute.
That might be a high.
He's been in jail for a long time.
Yeah.
Could it be possible that rehabilitation in there might have worked?
They spend like 2 cents to the dollar on rehabilitation for prison. Maybe 5 cents. So I don't think he was rehabilitated. Maybe.
So
all those years, though? Those are a lot of years.
How many years was it?
Well, he went in when he was 13, and I think he's like in his 30s right now. I think he's like early 30s.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being cynical. Let me ask you guys this. There's that podcast where recently that video was going viral of that trans person that looks like Jabba the Hutt, that was calling herself.
Which one? You send me so many trans videos.
the one that literally looks like.
And I'm the only one obsessed with it.
The one, no, trust me, you're not the only one. The one that looks like Jabba the Hutt ate Peter Griffin. Was wearing like the little tube top and was like, "I'm a certified bad bee," and it's like a.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
No.
Marissa, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah, she does. Marissa knows.
Yeah.
So
she's like, I'm a certified bad bitch.
Yeah. And he's like, what? And it's like this dude that looks like Peter Griffin ate Jabba the Hutt. And so anyway, like at that same show, somebody's talking about like recidivism rates and people that commit crimes and all this stuff. So the question was, like, do you think that the legal system should just do away, basically give people the death penalty after they've been in, let out, and every time it's a violent crime every time. They've committed 2, 3, 4, 5 violent crimes, whether it's, murder or it's any kind of violent crime, period. They should just say, okay, you know what, you're drained to the system, you're drained to society, like we just need to dispose of you.
I mean, I don't know about just disposing of anybody, but you can make him useful for the rest of his days, making things for free.
I think we could do what El Salvador is doing.
What do they do?
They're putting their prisoners to work. That's who cleans up the country.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, how are they the safest country right now?
Ironic. 2 years ago, they were the most dangerous country in the world.
I just want to know how they're the safest country right now. I want someone
The
to explain.
Salvatrucha. Girl, them people are crazy. I don't understand.
He got them straight. He's
but
like,
that's what we need to do. Like, we can make use
like,
out of these
who's
fucking
gonna
bitches.
give you food? You're eating rice and beans. You're in prison. I'm not giving you gourmet meals. You done committed crimes, boo-boo. That's one. And two, he put all their asses to work. So all their asses is cleaning up their country. All their asses is out there doing stuff. So what we need to do that.
Mm-hmm. The fucked up thing is that we're doing it to fucking everybody. We're giving people 40 fucking years for dealing dope, and then the murderers, they get off in 10 years.
That's true.
Doesn't make sense.
That's true.
But the ones that can't be out on the street, who they really are a threat to society, put them bitches to work. Put them bitches to work for free. That's how they pay their debt off to society. They can't be trusted around people anymore. Put them bitches to work.
I think 100%. I don't think I need to be housing them with air conditioner either.
Girl, they don't house them with air conditioner. That's a lie.
Yes, they do. I've been. Girl. We used to go minister to these people in jail.
Girl, I know a lot of felons. I live with one.
Girl, it's cold in there, and they keep it cold because it kills diseases.
That's crazy. Well, in my interpretation or the stories that I've been told is when it's hot, it's hot. When it's cold, bitch, it's cold. You know what I mean? But
no, they got AC.
Who knows?
I've walked them low lines. I got to go dress like a nun all the way up here with the pastor. Trust me, I would go as an interpreter. I was like,
and they were still undressing you with their eyes.
100%.
I was like, this is how y'all
1,000%.
I totally want to be in jail. This is how y'all living. I mean, I ain't got to do nothing. I'm just sitting here. Somebody's tax dollars is paying for me to be in here. I mean, I don't know.
And they got TikToks.
Yeah, they are. They're getting tablets now. Like, you can get iPads. Facebook. They can FaceTime now.
So, I love it. I don't really know how bad prison is, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm
sure there's been good experiences and bad experiences. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
There's good people on both sides. There's good people on both sides.
I'm supposed to be doing juice-caboo stuff right now, and I'm over here fucking around. Rome's gonna be mad because I'm not being productive.
This is very productive.
It's super productive. Speaking of productive, we probably have like 10 more minutes on this public episode anyway. I don't know if Marissa's joining us for the private, but let me ask both of you guys, have y'all started implementing AI into being more productive with your days? Yes or no?
No.
ChatGPT or whatever?
Sure, that or anything.
No.
No?
I need to.
Why not, guys? Can I ask you, are you scared of it? Are you just intimidated by it?
I watched Megan.
The fuck does it have to do with your productivity?
And I don't know that I want Megan to take over because we're so... I mean, Megan was totally taking the place of a parent.
Wouldn't you love somebody to take the place of you from time to time?
I mean, for a couple of hours.
I don't mind.
Will you turn that bitch on and off? You tell Megan, hey, go to sleep. Yep, hit the switch.
Yeah, but Megan came to live. Megan was not playing, bitch. You want to turn me on when it's your convenience? No. Let me tell you when I want to turn on. I don't know. I saw Megan, and that's all I got to say.
Megan's going to get kicked in the throat if she fucks with me.
Megan was not playing.
I honestly thought you were talking about Megyn Kelly at first. I was like, you saw Meg? What did Megan, what interview did she do about AI?
No, I watched.
Hey, did y'all watch the Tulsi Gabbard?
Not yet, but I want to.
No. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's the same old Tulsi. Nothing new. No surprises. She's just talking
on
real.
On what? What was she on, Marissa?
PBD podcast.
Patrick Bet-David.
Mm-hmm. You know Patrick Bet-David.
Yeah, he's great.
I like him.
Yeah, he's great.
I love it. I don't agree with everything, but he really just wants to learn. And I fucking love that energy. Yeah. He's like, please teach me. I want to know. I fucking love it. Love it. Hey, and I know Rob hates Crystal, but did y'all see that video?
Oh, 100%.
Interview with RK?
Yeah, that for sure I saw. I also just saw Jimmy Dore's take on it.
Oh my God. And you know what? It's not that I have a problem with her fucking opinion. It's just you can't engage, right? And start this debate and then not let him talk.
Well, then say, I don't want to
can't do
debate you. I don't want to debate you on this, but also I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
Exactly. Well, you're wrong and I don't believe you, but no, we're not going to. No, hold on. Wait.
It's funny how they were roasting her. Like, she's saying she has 5 minutes and then she's going to go to commercial break. You're on YouTube. You're not on a network. Like, what are you talking about?
I read the comments. The comments were so good.
They were fire.
The comments were like, so damn good.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle Kalinske did a breakdown of her interaction with RFK Jr. And I keep telling myself I'm going to watch it, but he's so fucking annoying that I can't. But I'm going to because I want to see how he defends his boo.
Her husband.
I just want to see.
I've never seen her husband before.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh man. He's been on Rogan a few times. You would know who it is though.
He was on the PBD podcast not that long ago. He's got some good points, but it can be a bit much sometimes.
Good points. That looks like a big ass mug. I don't know if this is a camera.
It is.
God damn.
I have to wash it down with water before I fucking have a heart attack.
Oh my gosh.
Boom.
Yeah, that looks like a heart attack ready to happen. I know. Anyways, guys, I know this was like a what are y'all talking about episode, but I guess if only you're a parent, you will get why this was like. Mm-hmm. It is crazy out there in the world. And
it really is. And we can't be playing games with these bitches because they are.
We're not all fucking parents almost in our 40 plus years old, Marissa. Come on now.
And I'm still learning. And I don't know what I'm doing. Pray for me.
That fake cry is going to turn into a real cry real quick.
I'm trying to master my... Go ahead.
No, but seriously, I think like nowadays with everything happening, because there is an attack on our children in a different way, which I'll say yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
What type of repercussions will happen to those people?
Well, the repercussions are going to happen to those people.
I was trying not to burp, and then I was like holding it in, and it ended up hitting my teeth. Yeah!
The repercussions are going to be a drop kick to the motherfucking throat.
Who's that rapper that you like, Marissa, that sounds like that?
Which one?
Something Gorilla, I think, was it? Or something that talks like that. They're like, Beyonce,
yeah.
Who is that?
What is that girl's name? The one that I like and that everybody.
But she says everything like that recursion. Beyonce. She.
Yes. What is her name? I can't remember. She's a new rapper out of Memphis. I fucking love her country ass voice.
Yeah. That's how Marissa. That's how Marisol be sounding sometimes.
That's me right now.
Oh, Gorilla.
See, I thought that was it, but I didn't want to. I thought that was it.
My mom got me.
What's that say?
Let me see. I can't see.
Marisol, you got to start talking so we can see it.
Yeah, start talking. Start talking. Explain.
God couldn't be everywhere, so that's why he invented mom.
Fuck that shit. I'm tired.
Is that not the cutest thing? My mom's so nice.
I thought I was going to say that's why he invented me.
It's like, hey, this girl that I know, she was talking about someone else's mom post, and we were having a conversation, and she's like, I feel really bad. I was like, why? She goes, because I just really can't stand her right now in her mom journey. She just had a baby. So her baby's like 3.5 months old, I think. And I was like, wow, that's kind of rude. She's like, because she just makes it seem like it's so perfect and beautiful. She's like, what planet is she living on? She's like, I don't know that it was that beautiful for me. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it was beautiful for her. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's
don't rain on her parade. We already know what's going on when the cameras aren't around. You know what I mean? It's terrible.
Well, because they went to lunch and she basically told her, she's telling her all the things she's kind of struggling with. Meanwhile, she's telling her everything is beautiful. And she's like, so you don't mind waking up? She goes, of course not. I'll never have that back again. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, no, I don't know about that, girl. I was like, no. I don't care if I'll never have that back. I'll never have my sleep back either. So no, I was like, it's not beautiful not to be able to have, you know what I'm saying? Like have no sleep. I don't know what she's talking about, but I don't know. In my world, I would love to be able to sleep with uninterrupted. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hallelujah.
So she was just saying that, and I thought it was so funny because she was so frustrated at that other girl's mom journey. She's like, why does she make it seem like it's beautiful? She's like, it's not. It's beautiful sometimes. She goes, but most of the times, she's like, you're fucking cleaning somebody up. You're cleaning someone's shit. And she just starts listing all the, I was like, well, damn, girl. Tell me how you really feel about motherhood.
For real. Hateration, holleration. My
you
God.
are really a frustrated mama. I'm like, I'm going to need you to like do something for yourself once in a while because you are not getting out much. I don't know. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't, come on over to the Patreon where you can become a member and join our private chats, our private episode, and come be a part of her world. So thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.